Thanks you guys so much. This is such a big dream for me coming true. I grew up in Detroit. I've been here for 10 years in the music industry, and what can I say? I'm on stage at the Palace. All right, here you go. Oh, sorry. We're gonna slow down. We're gonna do a song of my first record. I just don't want to lose it ever because it's such a beautiful song. It's called Birthday Song. And I'm alone on my birthday. Where have I gone? And am I lost? Where am I found? And I'm alone on my birthday. I'm eating soup from a can. I hate the mailman. My heart's in garbage. Found you on my birthday, and we fell in love when we fell so alone. Found you on my birthday, and we fell in love when we fell so alone. And I'm alone on my birthday, and I don't feel well. And am I in hell or am I in jail? And I'm alone on my birthday, and I've been spinning round. I don't know when I'll find what I have found. Found you on my birthday, now I don't feel the same. I wish every day could be my birthday. I found you on my birthday, and we fell in love when we fell so alone, so alone, yeah, when we were so alone. I found you on my birthday, and we fell in love when we fell so alone. I love you on my birthday, and now I don't feel the same. I wish every day could be my birthday. I found you on my birthday, and we fell in love. I wish every day could be my birthday. Hey, yeah. I found you on my birthday, and we fell in love when we were so alone. I found you on my birthday, and we fell in love. I wish every day could be my birthday.
For that, because I just know how to do it.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Not much.
Put my hair up.
21st
Come on, we're
century
Italian. What do
suffragettes.
we use recipes for?
Welcome
Not
to
much.
the 21st Century
Baking, not
Suffragettes
cooking.
cast. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Thank you, family.
Thank you, family.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
That's what I was-
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
That's what I was waiting for. So, welcome you guys to the 21st Century Suffragettes. I'm Diane Russell. We've got Lindsay with us. We got Jenny Faye. And Benny's on her way. She's
got
just
horses.
running. She's running a little late.
We got horses though.
Yeah.
So
Got Marjorie Taylor Greene standing.
And by the way, we're all wearing our dinky shirts today.
We are wearing our dinky shirts.
We did not plan this. It just happens.
We did not plan this.
I choose blue. I choose blue, not red. I'd like to be in a sea of blue if I
Yes.
can, so.
Yes. So yeah. And no, you guys, thank you so much for joining us here because, we know what a shit show it is. I don't even know how to go into what a fucking shit show it is. We've had 17 to 20
all of these people.
Yes, 17 to 20 different excuses for this fucking war.
No. It's a conflict, ma'am. Last we heard.
I'm so sick of it already. $1 billion a day. $1 billion a day.
What?
This is so fucking ridiculous. I can hardly stand it.
You know what my favorite part of this is? I think it was yesterday or the day before Dinky was asked about, we've heard that JD Vance is separate from you. And he's like, well, no, he might have a different philosophy, throwing them under that bus. JD is trying desperately to distance himself. That's why he's been so damn quiet. He's not been his normal shit meme lord. And, he's being real quiet right now.
Wow.
And
he's got Pete Keg's breath to be his cheerleader in stand-in. So he doesn't. Well, and
I love that he's throwing him under the bus already. That's what I love. That's what I love.
All the time.
All the time. As often as possible. I really think he doesn't like JD Vance. And the longer that he's around, Vance is around, I think Trump didn't think he doesn't like him. Like every day is worse.
Yeah.
It does seem to be like he's distancing himself because he knows Dinky is not long for this world. And regardless, in my opinion, the Epstein files will bring him down before his fucking health does. Because as soon as he knows that everybody knows, he's going to go and
I think that's what we're seeing.
Fuck out of control.
I think that's what we're seeing, and I think it's being contained behind the scenes pretty goddamn well. I think that's why he is so fucking limited to these hour and a half long little stunts that he does daily, because that's all he can do. That's it.
Down in Florida, because he can't go anywhere because he's so sick. They can't have him travel. More than he needs to.
Lindsay, I don't mean
in Florida. You already know.
Lindsay, you're still really hot. Can you try to just talk at a normal volume?
Maybe I'll try to talk in a lower voice.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's really hot though, and I know she got these new headphones, these new earbuds, and they're fucking really hot. And we've been trying to fix it.
Do you want me to try the other way now that I'm actually in this room?
Well, what about if you take your fucking earbuds out? What does it sound like?
I can't. It's too loud. It's too loud atmospherically in my house.
Okay.
It travels beyond the screen.
Okay.
It's enough for me to yell at the screen. It's enough for me and you to be yelling in my house.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we understand each other.
No, I totally get it. But no, and I appreciate the attempt with the blanket, but you're going to need 10 more of those.
I'm going to need a bigger blanket.
Over the room. So anyway.
I'm going to get a hood. I'm just going to put a hood up.
Well, Jenny got this microphone. It's $15, you said?
Yeah,
I'm going to just do this. I'm going to do the show like this. Here we go. How does this sound?
On my computer, hardwired. So.
How's this sounding? It's funny because it's probably sounding better, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to calmly talk like this.
No, honey, it doesn't sound better. It sounds like shit still, but just try to keep at a normal talking volume. So it's like, I've already had to turn down my
You got a whole Gumby thing going on right now, which is really cute. So that's there's that.
Man, I haven't thought of Gumby in a hot fucking minute.
I'm saying. Yeah. Well, I see green, and then I see you've got your bun, and if it was only over to the side,
that's
then
true.
You really
Lisa,
going on.
I feel like the Grinch.
Lisa, we were trying to get the speaker, her output turned down, but she's just on her phone, so it's not like you know, when you go on Zoom and you can go, there's a whole thing that goes up when you go to your audio. It's not that situation. So it's something we're going to have to like figure out, and, you know, just hang with us. We'll figure it out eventually. And plus these are brand new. Okay. So she's trying out.
This is my third show to have them.
Yeah. And so we're definitely trying to deal with it behind the scenes. So anyway, but we love Lindsay. We love you, and we love your commentary. So
I'm gonna calmly just not get upset.
Yes, and we'll just try to keep a calm atmosphere today. I don't know how we're gonna do. I need to light some incense. God damn it!
Sure.
So let me just keep an eye out for Benny, because Tony just went to the store. So I just want to keep an eye out for Benny jumping in the show. But yeah, there has been such like, first of all, there's been a massive amount of fraud being exposed with Bondi, Gnome, Keg's Breath. You know, he's buying steak and crab dinners and fucking and she wants her fuck palace in the sky, and like, this is just so, it's so goddamn. Remember when what was the guy's name, the brain surgeon secretary, the HUD guy,
Ben Carson?
Yeah, and he brought like a $60,000 fucking table, you know what I mean, for like meetings or whatever. It's a huge dining room table, and everybody's like, we didn't nip that shit in the bud then. What makes you think we're gonna nip it in the goddamn bud now? And you know, again, with the Republicans, you can stop this, but you fucking refuse to.
Some of those line items with Keg's Breath was ridiculous. $225 million for fucking furniture alone. And did you see the total? $93 billion. With a B.
Yeah, Defense Department went on a $93 billion spending spree in 2025. What the fuck? It's like they're just like, la-di-da, woohoo, it's free for all.
Well, that's what they're doing.
We're not paying for
it.
These
motherfuckers,
they're not paying for it, you know.
These motherfuckers, I want them audited. I want all this fucking shit, and I want them all their assets go back to the fucking United States of America, and all their assets be distributed. All their billions of dollars, I want them distributed to the American people, because we've been fucked over for fucking decades, and I'm goddamn sick and fucking tired of it. Aren't you? Where all these billionaires don't pay any fucking taxes? How about we confiscate Elon's everything, and we let it go back to fucking NASA, right? Fuck Starlink and all this other fucking bullshit. No. Fuck it all. You want to burn it to the ground? Let's burn it to the fucking ground and start all the way fucking over. Because I've had it. When I'm paying more in fucking taxes than Jeff Bezos, get fucked. They can all get fucked. I'm so sick and tired of this shit. Again, with Republicans coming in, starting a fucking endless goddamn war, we pay up the ass for gas and taxes and tariffs and all this other fucking bullshit. And we can barely live. You know, again, going back to paycheck for fuck's sake. When we had it good with Biden, we had it good with Clinton, we had it good with Obama. They have to come in and clean up the fucking mess. And they have to do it incrementally because, you know, they're trying to, you know, follow the law and go by the rules, when Republicans never play by the fucking rules, ever. I've never seen them play by the rules. How many times have we seen them fuck us over? Mitch McConnell with the whole Supreme Court, Merrick Garland bullshit. They went after Obama for wearing a fucking tan suit. It was a 2-week free-for-all on Fox News because of a fucking tan suit. Yeah, but it's
that's where
crickets.
My point keeps going, because the tan suit was horrible, huh?
And it's crickets what he's doing now.
Oh,
I was going to say, have they even shown the footage, the actual footage from the funeral yet? I know they apologized.
Tizzy.
I know they apologized.
Tizzy has it.
Inadvertently. I like that word. We inadvertently showed the wrong footage. Like,
yeah.
That's
how did you manage that?
On. Really?
How did you manage that?
How are we supposed to be that fucking gullible?
That footage was right there, huh? Right there next to the other footage. Like it was so close together, we just couldn't tell the difference.
When Tony gets
archived.
When Tony gets back from the store, we'll start playing some of the videos. But I do have a video of that. So Tizzy ENT put something out about it. And oh my God, you guys, I watched this. I have it in my feed. Just want to tell you, it's a George Carlin video from 1992. We cannot play it on the show. We will totally get hit for it. But I have it in our feed, and it's rockets and penises in the Persian Gulf. George Carlin jamming in New York, 1992. Listen to it. It could have been written fucking yesterday.
Except for him talking about VCRs.
Just the VCRs. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Other than that one little word, that's it.
Yeah.
I was listening while I was working, and I'm like, oh, well, there's that. But
yeah,
I wonder how many
people.
And hold on.
People.
Kathy, thank you for sending it to me.
Yeah,
and
that was great,
yeah.
Thank
so
you.
Thank you to Kathy Zinn. Go ahead, Lindsay.
I was just thinking, I wonder how many people hear that acronym and don't know what that is. I mean, honestly.
Video cassette recorder.
Yeah. How many people like just hear it and go, I don't know what the fuck that is, and just move on with their life?
Well,
I mean,
it's I'm sure the demographic that watches our show knows what a VCR is.
Oh yeah.
right.
I was using a VCR I don't know, until the mid 2000s at least. I still have one.
I still have one. I have a DVD player. I still have this shit.
Yeah. I'm slow to move to technology. It's like I don't trust technology when it first comes out.
It was kind of weird when I moved.
Rebuying everything.
Well,
I'm sick of having all of my favorite movies in DVD, all of my favorite movies in VHS, all of my favorite movies now on digital. Like I couldn't tell you how many times I've bought Princess Bride.
Right.
Probably 4 or 5 at this point. Yes. Like, there's certain movies I want to own. Yeah. Well, if my vessel for that is no longer available.
Oh, here comes Benny. Hold on. I got to let her in. Hold on.
All right. Yay, here comes Benny. But I'm sick of rebuying all my media between music and movies.
Yeah. I get that.
I've got records, I've got cassettes, I've got CDs, I've got digital of all kinds of things. Over and over, same people. Like
hold on. Everybody's in the wrong place.
And that's where like Gen X, I think we got the biggest screw job out of it, because we've managed to be around for every one of these media transfers, and we are the ones that have gone broke just trying to keep up with it. Just saying. If you liked an album,
my grandparents built their house in the 60s, and they had a sound system throughout it. And like growing up, it had an 8-track. They still have that 8-track in there. I'm pretty sure it's still in there. It's like built into the house.
I still have my record player.
You can't take it out.
I still have my JVC record player, and it still works. You know what's fucked up? My cassette tape and my CD player, they all took a fucking shit. But everything else, my fucking record player still works from the 70s, for fuck's sake. Benny, how you doing, babe?
Yeah.
It's a rough one.
Yeah.
Migraines are a motherfucker.
Are you wearing your Dickie shirt?
Look at her. Yay.
We're all wearing our Dickie shirts.
I should have got a blue one. Dang it.
Well,
you can get a blue one.
Out with the blue.
I really like blue.
You can order the blue one anytime you want.
It shows up really well on the blue. I'm just letting you know. It does.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah. I like the blue.
It's bright. So I was just telling everybody about that George Carlin clip that from 1992, rockets and penises in the Persian Gulf. And we got on the subject of how like everything he said could have been written yesterday except for the VCR thing.
It's still applicable this many years later.
Yeah.
Isn't that a fucking travesty?
It's almost sickening that
But
not
at least
a
we
lot
got
of
lots
shit
of
has
stuff.
changed.
It's a broken goddamn record. Republicans come in, trash everything, give tax cuts to the fucking rich, and we end up Democrats come in and have to clean up the fucking mess. This has
How
been.
about we just clean up the mess for the Democrats and let the fucking Republicans hang by their nuts for 4 years?
Because they wouldn't know what to do with themselves.
That's okay. They could do whatever they want. They could sit there and say, "Stop up," or you know,
I was just thinking yesterday as I was enjoying the lovely weather, is my Trumpy neighbor over here has a very fancy classic car and a detached garage that's his little hobby shop. And I kept thinking to myself, I wonder how many less times he's going to be able to take that out this summer in the nice weather, because gas
guzzlers.
It put a smile on my face, Denny.
Yes. I saw a guy in a beautiful classic car and I wanted to take a picture of it. And he saw my car, my car, my rolling billboard. And he's like, no, you can't. I asked him, can I take a picture of your car? And he's like, fuck you, can't take my picture, libtard.
Okay, bye.
I said, oh, you're one of those.
Yeah. It's some of those, you know, take it from somebody who lives in Detroit. Some of those classic cars require high octane fuel, and it's way more expensive than regular fuel. I'm sure you guys know, the guys in the audience know what I'm talking about.
Well,
so they require this high octane fuel. You can't really put just, right, Tony? Yeah. He's like, yep. What'd you say? Some cars. Yeah. But these classic 60s cars,
those cars were made when leaded gasoline was all the rage.
Right. Well,
so
and not only
you could run an old car on fucking almost anything that has a fuel property in it.
Yeah, but these guys, you know, with their fucking classic cars, they treat them like they're babies. Yeah, so they would never put anything. Yeah, they would never put low octane fuel.
He looks at his car with more love than he looks at his wife. Let me just put it to you that way. Yeah. Okay?
Oh, Billy.
Yeah. Billy. But it wasn't just the gas that made me think that too, because he's constantly like tinkering and buying parts for some project that he's doing on it, and all of that stuff's just going to get more and more and more expensive.
Susie Twyman going, I'm not a guy, but I know that about cars too. Yeah, she knows. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this whole George Carlin thing, I mean, he's been right about everything his entire career. And I can only imagine. Yes. Can only imagine what he'd be saying today. Can you imagine the shit show, the shit, the rain, the fury he'd be throwing down right now? Oh my God.
He'd be saying, I told you so. You wouldn't listen, but I told you so.
Yeah. My God.
You thought it was funny, but I told you so. And now you know, motherfucker.
I know.
I knew he was right. I knew he was.
Well, and it's amazing how you can pretty much watch any one of his specials, and it really just he could have made it last week, and it wouldn't matter.
It's right.
For words everything.
It's right on the head.
You know,
everything.
Like, other than that, yeah.
I remember whenever the Kimmel thing happened last year with the FCC, and a clip resurfaced about him Carlin talking about the FCC. Spot on, like, and it's like, and I think that came from the 80s, maybe. I can't even remember when it came out.
Maybe
because I think it was about music. Yeah. I think it was like Satanic Panic music, that kind of, when that whole business was happening.
When you're high up in the entertainment industry, you're privy to lots of information that none of us really have.
Yeah.
You get to hear things, get to see things. And he was one of those people in the higher up of the entertainment industry that didn't give a fuck. He talked about what he saw and heard.
Yeah, there's been, I'm thinking that, you know, Jen and I were talking about this the other day. Think about all the people, you know, I was thinking about Chris Cornell and the lead singer of Linkin Park, and they were about to expose
Chester Bennington.
The child sex trafficking. We have Anne Heche in this fucking awful car accident related to Ellen DeGeneres. And with Ellen DeGeneres, I saw a video with the blue and white striped fucking background and the tropical scape. And I'm just going, what the fuck is this? And then I was thinking, I started going off. How about Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston? How about, you know what I mean? Like, the chick from 9 Mile.
8 Mile, and that's Brittany Murphy.
8 Mile, sorry, Brittany Murphy.
And her husband, they both died in the same house, like months apart.
Who was the husband?
Months apart. He was an older guy. I couldn't tell you his name. I don't even remember what
he wasn't. He wasn't I was like a financier, real estate,
something like that. Yeah.
I don't think he was a known person. Like, I don't think he was.
But I'm pretty sure he had like 15 or 20 years on Britney. He was that much older.
Yeah.
Well, and these people were all like kind of on the verge of, you know, saying what they knew to be true going on in fucking Hollywood and in the music industry. And then all of a sudden, they're all suicided. You know, I found out today that Chris Cornell had 9 broken ribs and a massive gash on the back of his head, not just what we were told.
I was gonna say that usually doesn't happen in a unaliving of yourself.
Yeah.
So
how do you break your own 9 of your own ribs? How the hell do you do that? Throw yourself down the stairs? Like
so
bye.
And that's from
makes no sense.
That's from the coroner report. So I don't want to fucking hear it. I'm not talking conspiracy theories here, you guys. This is all fact. This is all fucking shit that happened. And you want to tell me the whole Epstein and Ghislaine thing? Like, I'm sorry. The whole thing. I think they're in Israel holding hands right now, walking down the fucking street.
Planning on the next fucking group of fucking victims.
I don't know anymore.
I could see him. I could see him being more in Russia, or somewhere in Eastern Europe. I would say Russia or Eastern Europe. I think Israel's too small of a place, like geographically, and it's that I don't feel like they would be still safe because they're
not going to be safe fucking anywhere they go. But,
yeah, they are.
Unless they're 6 feet under for real.
No one's finding them in Eastern Russia. No one.
Yeah.
No one's finding them out there.
Right. So, but at this point, I fucking don't trust our government as far as I could spit. I don't trust any of them. I don't trust anything that comes out of their fucking mouth. We have a number of 6 service people who have been killed in this war so far.
7.
But now we have
7.
We have European news outlets saying it's more than 1,000.
Yeah.
So I can't believe fucking anything they are telling us.
They're hitting our bases, you see.
They are hitting our bases.
And you know what's on our bases? Lots and lots of service members.
That's right.
It came out today that 150 U.S. service members have been hurt in Iran alone, and they haven't said how or what. But I have a suspicion that black rain is probably not helping matters.
Yeah.
Breathing that in, getting it in your eyes or in your mucous membranes, chemical burns from it, actual burns from it. Like, can you imagine it being rainy, you covered in oil, and like you walk into a kitchen like near an open flame. Like, I think I said this to my husband earlier, and I think that they have been actively, desperately suppressing, because I don't think it's just Iran. I think a lot of U.S. citizens have died in the Middle East alone from all of the bombings that have hit luxury
we have
hotels
news
or
outlets
shopping
overseas saying
centers.
that there's U.S. citizens that are hostages in Iran. That's what
I'll tell you why.
Wait, hold on. That's what they are reporting. And you don't hear a fucking peep from our fucking media.
No.
So who
24
are
hours.
Who are we supposed to? You want to fucking believe these motherfuckers when all our media is owned by fucking billionaires who are all owned by the Republican Party in the right? I don't believe anything they tell us.
I can't remember what the name of the hospital is. Forgive me for all of you military service members who served overseas, but the Ramstein Hospital that is in Germany, which is where the main evacuation hub to mainland Europe is. If you have like a big medical emergency, it's like a longer hunt. I can't remember. Anyways, 24 hours after the bomb started dropping, they started sending letters to expectant mothers that were due within the next 6 weeks saying, make other arrangements. This hospital is going to start receiving the critically injured and dying from the Middle East. So that's how I fucking know that it's worse than we know here.
That's right.
Because that happened 2 fucking weeks ago, or a week ago, however long it was now. But that's how I know. Is they were making plans for those casualties then. It's hilarious that they didn't bother trying to evacuate anybody. They were just going to deal with the dead when the dead fucking happened.
Let's not forget that Ivanka has patents with China on coffins and body bags.
Yeah, no shit, dude. And it's coming out now that Witkoff and Kushner were really the ones that misunderstood what was going on there, and that's why we did what we did. Whatever. I'm gonna laugh if he has a falling out with Kushner again, because he did have a falling out. Oh, I'm gonna love to see it. Oh, I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Let them fight.
So anyway, here is Politics Girl, and asking if we're winning yet, which I really don't think we're winning. Not at all. Never seen any winning when there's a Republican involved, ever.
How about this? How about this, MAGA? Will you let us know when we're winning? What does it look like winning for you? Will you let us know when you get there?
Please.
We're not winning this war in Iran.
Yeah, I don't
we
want
went in guns blazing without a plan, and Iranian leadership was ready for us. And they are currently destroying American military bases across the Middle East at such an incredible scale that I don't think we understand the magnitude of the loss. The American military bases in Bahrain and Kuwait and Qatar and Saudi Arabia are among the largest military facilities in the world. These bases have cost us trillions of dollars over multiple decades to build. It has been a huge amount of our military spending over 30 years, and it's just going up in smoke. We've lost radars that cost hundreds of millions of dollars, including one Iran took out that was $1 billion at the most fortified U.S. base in the Middle East with a single missile. A radar that was the backbone of all of our missile defense systems in the Gulf. It's really bad. I'm not sure our military has ever suffered this kind of destruction, but we've also never had such unprepared, unserious, piss-poor leadership before either. The new statistic is this war is costing us $1 billion a day. That's about $42 million an hour, $11,000 a second. And while this administration is telling us we are kicking ass and they're putting out their high-end America fuck yeah propaganda, in the background, they are summoning defense firms to the White House for emergency meetings and asking for more money for the Department of War. After getting an extra $120 billion a year from the big beautiful bill, these people are already asking for another $50 billion. Our military budget is already $1 trillion a year. Where is this money going? Right down the toilet, that's where. Did you vote for this? Do you want this? Or do you maybe want, like, I don't know, a living wage and healthcare and to be able to afford a home in a safe and secure nation? We're not winning. The US and Israel have powerful bombs that can blow up buildings. But as we know now, most of Iran's military infrastructure and weapons are deep underground where we can't get at them. And it appears that Russia and China are sitting on the sidelines just feeding top-tier satellite intelligence directly to the Iranian government and just tracking our every move. We've started something we have no chance of finishing. We don't have an unlimited supply or an infinite arsenal. We don't even seem to have a goal. The question is, how long do we do this? We're a week in. How much of our resources are we going to spend? And do we plan to add our children's lives to the mix? When asked if we could expect violence on our own shores from this, Trump was like, well, maybe. I mean, it's war. That happens. Come on. This war was unnecessary and ill-planned and will not make our country or the world more safe and prosperous. We are not winning. All we are doing is bankrupting ourselves while we create even more enemies and ruin our position in the world. You want to talk about waste, fraud, and abuse? Well, here it is.
I know shit, dude.
Ta-da.
I've never seen such waste, fraud, and abuse in our whole entire lives. Trump 1.0 was bad enough. This is on another scale.
Well, and between the the Kristi Noem expenditures, the Pete Hegseth stuff, you've got Trump, golfing every 5 fucking minutes. Did you see Kai Trump, his granddaughter, took her Secret Service detail all the way out to California for a shopping trip?
Yeah, the most expensive.
It's like they're just like rubbing it in our faces. We've got
Yeah.
money. You don't. Go fuck
I
yourselves.
want to see DNA tests on all Ivanka's kids.
Right.
Well, that's Don Jr.'s kid. But yes, I agree.
Yeah.
All of them. That's Don
All of
Jr.'s
them.
eldest, I think.
Well, the one from the article today or yesterday looks just like fucking Junior.
Yeah.
You can't deny her. She looks just like him. But
And
none of
she's
those
just-
kids look like Ivanka.
just as
They
shitty
look
of a
like
person.
Ivanka and her daddy.
I'm convinced that Vince McMahon is Don Jr.'s daddy. No one will ever convince me otherwise. That is my own little conspiracy theory. I will
Yeah.
put on my hat because they were very good friends. And it was a cuck fest back then is what I fucking hear. So you know what?
Sleeping with
Anyway.
each other's wives being a game.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh, God! No!
They put their
God,
car
please,
keys in a-
No! No!
Fishbowl.
No!
Fishbowl. Yes. Yeah.
Swinger party. So anyway, we've got JD Milo. He put together a neat little timeline that I think is very useful right now, just to put it all in perspective and look at the timeline again. Because we can't just we can't just let this shit go. Epstein file timeline. Here we go.
Uncle Jay's a visual learner. I think a lot of us are. So, to help both of us, I put together a timeline of the clear cover-up from the President of the United States, the Department of Justice, members of the FBI, and more agencies in regards to the Epstein files. Uncle Jay's class is in motherfucking session. Let's go. January 20th of 25. Trump becomes president and pressure begins to keep his promise of releasing the files of his best friend of 15 years. February 21st of 25. Pam Bondi tells Fox News that the Epstein client list is sitting on her desk. Shortly after that, the DOJ distributes white binders to Republican influencers, claiming this is phase 1 of the release. Everyone soon realized, though, that the information in those binders was info that the public already had. In March, Kash Patel directed over 1,000 FBI agents to stop whatever they were currently doing, regardless of what cases they were working on, to go through every single file and document. Their goal to figure out what should be released to the public and what shouldn't. In May of last year, based on reports from the Wall Street Journal, Pam Bondi informs President Trump that his name appears multiple times in the files. July 7th of 25, the DOJ says Epstein didn't have a client list. There's nothing to see, and they won't be releasing any files. July 15, the Epstein Files Transparency Act is introduced, which if passed would force the DOJ to release all of the Epstein files. September 17th of 25, Kash Patel testifies before Congress under oath that Donald Trump's name is cited in the files, but that it's less than 100 times. November 18th, Congress passes the Epstein Files Transparency Act, and Trump begrudgingly signs it into law the next day. December 19th of 25, the DOJ releases the first batch of records. On January 30th, 2026, they release the second batch of records. But these files include redactions of perpetrators, unredacted names of victims, and the president's name is found over 38,000 times in these documents. February 15th, Pam Bondi states that her department has released all of the files that were required and then released a list of 300 names of people who were named in the files. Now, this was obviously a red herring, a distraction, because they included every name that was ever mentioned in the files, including people like Elvis Presley and Janis Joplin, because sometimes people were talking about articles with names of pop stars, actors, but technically they had nothing to do with Epstein. This was just to make it more confusing for all of us. And then February 26th, on the heels of public pressure and Pam Bondi being subpoenaed again, more files are released, including 4 different FBI interviews with a woman who claimed that Trump abused her between the ages of 13 and 15, to which the FBI found credible. You tell me, the most transparent presidency or complete and obvious cover-up? Uncle Jay's
such a cover-up. It's so ridiculous.
Less than 100 times,
right?
43. That's
Bondi was
maybe
subpoenaed,
Kash
right?
can't count.
Democrats. Yeah, no shit.
Democrats.
Or he never looked at it.
Or he never looked at it. Yeah.
Well, that's
Plausible deniability.
Right.
Although I did remember he did personally request those files because he wanted to know the victims' names. Remember that?
Yeah.
I remember that coming out last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
That
wanted a
sounded like
list of the victims.
sneaky directive to me.
He wanted a list of victims so he could go after them, is what he wanted.
Yep.
So I want to play this because we played it on the show before, but I want to play this to remind everybody this is 2% of the files. 3 million pages is 2%. So watch this video again because I think we need a reminder. And I see a lot of people saying it's half the documents. It's not nearly half the documents.
Channel 4 News can reveal that as little as 2% of the Epstein files may have been released. That is despite the US Department of Justice saying this.
This review is over.
It means that the 3 million pages, emails, videos, pictures that have been released could be just the beginning. So how have we worked this out? It began with our investigations team examining raid footage from Jeffrey Epstein's Palm Beach home in 2005 and his New York townhouse and then luxury sprawling island in 2019. We could see dozens of devices being removed, being bagged and tagged. What happened next to the Epstein files is a little complicated. At the earlier stages, investigators were talking about data totaling many, many times what has since been released. In June 2020, one wrote, "We expect the data to be somewhere around 20 to 40 terabytes, noting that the total capacity of the devices was up to 50 terabytes. And even after live investigations into Epstein and his associates had finished and the data was being prepared for release, the figures quoted remained massive. We're looking at a total of approximately 14.6 terabytes of archived data. 14.6 terabytes. That is almost 15,000 gigabytes. Now, remember that number. The amount of data that has been released is believed to be around 300 gigabytes. So that is just 2% of what was being discussed last year. Now, the Department of Justice has never given a full account of what it obtained. Do they have every picture, video, and message? Were the files readable or not? Or were they full of child sexual abuse and pornography, as the Attorney General once suggested? What we do know is that the total obtained vastly exceeds the amount that the public now has access to.
This administration released over 3 million pages of documents.
The 3 million pages released by the Department of Justice contain a mountain of information into the way Epstein operated. But the emails we've uncovered suggest there could be much more, which raises the question, did the US Justice Department do enough to hold Epstein's associates accountable?
No.
We went to the Department of Justice for comment, but we have not received any response.
Of course not. Of course.
No shit. No shit, lady.
No, not even a little bit, folks. They haven't done even a little bit to hold any of these people accountable. Come on.
I did see CNN finally talking about this 13-year-old story and the videos that were released as part of this most recent tranche. And so.
Yeah, but it's such minimal amount. And
it's just like, yeah, we knew about this shit weeks ago. Whenever it first showed up in yellow. Why didn't you fucking talk about it then? Did you have to wait? You had to really? Because you tried to hold off on that shit. That's why. Because you're about to be bought by the Ellisons and you're about to be merged with CBS. So I feel like that's what it is. I feel like they're pre-censoring themselves. CNN is. For the inevitable merge with.
Well, they're on thin ice too, and they have another billionaire who's gonna fucking buy that station. So it's over for mainstream media. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing their fucking job for them, for fuck's sake. You have all these independent creators fucking pulling out all this shit and looking at all this shit and talking about it in a blunt way. When mainstream media, who gets paid $50 million a year, these fucking creators, these people, these talking heads.
$50 billion a year.
Well, I mean,
is what America pays for cable.
No, I'm saying $50 million, like, Joe Scarborough or somebody like that makes a year, right? Like,
yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, you're not doing your fucking job. Maybe we should get paid $50 million a year for doing your fucking job. Because you ain't doing it.
I'll do it for half.
Right. And you know what's funny? Like, it's very clear that cable news is dying. Cable in general is dying. And I just keep thinking to myself, like, you want to retain
period,
audience. Really. TV period is dying. Do you want to retain the audience that still is left on this fucking planet with a heartbeat and breath in their lungs to watch you? Like, why wouldn't you at least try to tell the fucking truth?
You don't have to. That's why.
I know.
I'll tell you what.
People believe anything.
All of these people.
If there was a news station that actually started telling the truth, their ratings would be outrageous. They're the best ratings ever.
Where you at, Mark Cuban? All you guys with money.
So what's next, Tony? What do we have next?
Yeah, nobody has cable anymore. If they watch anything, it's on their phone or on their on an app.
That's not entirely true, Jenny Faye, because there's a lot of things that people think they need to watch that's on cable. You see, it's kind of like,
but it's dropping less and less because most people realize they can get
people
things
are dropping off the
through
cable, but not at a fast enough rate. Not at a fast enough rate for them to say, "Oh shit, we've just lost half our audience."
Michael McAndrews, thank you for the super chat. $20. He goes, not exactly 50 million, but hey, it's a start.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
You're sweet. Thank you so much. Tony, why don't we go to the tizzy thing? This thing.
I'm so tizzy.
Yes, you do. It's right there. So, yeah, I don't exactly get it in order all the time, Tony. You're just going to have to. Something comes up and I want to go to that video right now, right away. So anyway, here's Tizzy
Don't
talking
upset
about
Donald. Bow down to Donald. Suck his dick, Kia. Suck his little orange dick. Fondle his balls, Kia. Go on. Fondle his balls. Good afternoon.
So here's Tizzy talking about Dinky receiving the soldiers in his fucking hat, in his fucking merch, and Fox News playing old footage. These fucking scumbags.
This is video of the dignified transfer of the 6 servicemen who lost their lives as a result of the action in Iran. And of course, the president is supposed to be there for that. Donald Trump was there. You notice anything about that? About footage of Donald Trump there? How about now? Anything stand out about him here? Here, let me go even closer. Anything at all of note as Donald Trump is there to show respect to these fallen soldiers? In case you still need help, he wore a fucking hat. He wore a fucking baseball cap. In fact, he wore his merch. That's the respect he has for soldiers who died over his bullshit. To wear a fucking baseball cap. Also, not for nothing, this is White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, who decided to wear a white fucking coat, which is also not considered respectful. And nobody on the right seems to have shit to say about this. Which is odd, because Colin Kaepernick, a not elected official, knelt for the national anthem, and you all lost your goddamn minds. You all said, this is so disrespectful to veterans, despite the fact that originally he sat for the national anthem, and then people were like, that's disrespectful to veterans. So he sought out veterans to ask them, including Nate Boyer here, who is the one who told him, if you want to show respect to the fallen soldiers, please kneel instead of sitting. That way you're still accomplishing what you need to accomplish, but you are showing respect specifically to the veterans. And still y'all lost your minds. But this shit, crickets. Barack Obama wore a tan suit, and Fox News dedicated like 2 weeks of coverage to how disgusting and disrespectful that was. And how did Fox News handle this situation with the hat? They literally used old footage from a different dignified transfer where he didn't have a hat on because they didn't want to deal with it, because they didn't want to acknowledge it and call it out. The Cliff Notes here is y'all don't give a fuck about veterans. You don't care about respect and dignity. You're too busy worshiping this guy, worshiping your golden calf.
It's fucking gross. You can't even fucking remove, anybody, back in the day, men wore hats. And when you had anything like this, they would remove their hats. You know what I mean? Remember? They would all wear
that was a real hat, not a baseball cap.
Yeah, it was like a fucking fedora, right? So it was a real fucking hat.
Yeah.
Not his merch. It's so callous. And I can't believe after being called suckers and losers and all this other shit that the fucking military could support this motherfucker. Sorry. Go ahead, Lindsay.
He skipped the one today.
He's service member that brass. That's why it's not a whole bunch of people are saying something, because he bought the brass.
He skipped the one today because of this backlash. A 7th service member has come back today. But also I wanted to say, speaking of removing your cap, I'm watching this old-timey show. And once upon a time, they used to prepare the bodies in the house and then do a funeral procession to the graveyard, to the cemetery. And as they were passing people in the streets, men would remove their hats and people would bow their heads in respect as the dead body passed by the crowd. And I just thought to myself, like, that's been a thing for a long fucking time. This is set back in like 1763.
It ain't new. It ain't new. But if you had any manners and had any respect, that's what you would do.
Class. The word's class.
Class.
True. Zero class.
Class.
So, did I send you this one?
I hope his sons are watching. I hope his sons are watching what he's doing right now. I hope they know.
Give a fuck. They're just like him.
I know.
We get all our money from Russia.
They're
in other ways.
Oh, I know. Merging drone and golf golf course management companies and investing in them now. Isn't that fancy?
Right.
Okay, so this guy, well, you know, I know this is kind of like a little bit off the subject, and you know, but the way we've been going through the goddamn news cycle, it's insane. It's impossible to keep up. Or what? Or go in order. Yeah. Everything's all scrambled all over the place. But
or go in order.
Yeah, you know, trying to keep things jumping from one subject to another. But you know, fuck it.
You're out of order.
Yeah.
The whole trial
do it
is
live.
out of
Fuck
order.
it.
Yeah,
We'll
I can't.
We'll do it live.
I can't keep it straight. If nobody else can keep it straight, how the fuck am I supposed to? Okay, like whatever. So anyway, this guy, he's been, you know, watching the clips of the Clintons testifying, you know, behind closed doors, and I love what he says here. It's pretty great. And he's like, Republicans are fucking idiots, and I don't even know. No wonder they didn't want this shit public, because it was a fucking epic takedown. By somebody you've been demonizing for 30 or 40 fucking years. Jesus Christ, it's a mess.
Well, we now know why the House did not want the testimony of Bill and Hillary Clinton to come out, because now some clips have come out and wow, talk about backfiring. So first of all, if Hillary had acted like she did in these behind doors testimony, if she had done that in 2016, I think she would have been the next president of the United States, because man, she looks like a badass. And wow, does she clown on Lauren Boebert and Nancy Mace in such an embarrassing way. Lauren Boebert actually took a photo, which everyone agreed wasn't going to happen, and then she posted it on social. One of the attorneys saw it and goes, "What the hell is this?" And Boebert completely is like, "Oh, I'll delete it. You can see how nervous she's getting, and Hillary just like explodes on her and was basically like, "You can hold me in contempt till the cows come home, but I'm not talking anymore until this gets resolved." Then Lauren Boebert goes on to ask her about Pizzagate and tries to connect it to the Epstein files, and Hillary's just staring at her the whole time like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And she's like stumbling and muttering. You could tell how nervous she is, because she probably knows what a load of shit she is talking about. Then Nancy Mace tries to go after her for knowing Howard Lutnick, which Hillary accurately talks about. The reason that she knows Howard Lutnick is because Howard Lutnick worked at the World Trade Center, I believe it was Cantor Fitzgerald, and lost 650 of his employees that day. And by the way, Hillary Clinton was a senator from New York that day. So yeah, she went and talked to the guy who lost the most people in the greatest terror attack in U.S. history. And Nancy Mace is trying to make some connection to the Epstein files. What? Then there's Bill Clinton's talk where he's talking about going to Trump golf courses and just casually slips in that, "Oh, Donald told me that he and Epstein had some great times together, but they fell out of a real estate deal." So even in that, he's talking about how good buddies he and Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were. And the Clintons come out of this looking rosy. But Republicans have vilified the Clintons forever because they're scared of them. And if you watch any of these clips, you will see why. They both completely eviscerate Republicans. This is why the House did not want any of these hearings to come out, because they knew they were going to look like idiots if there was a public hearing. And we've only seen the excerpts. Imagine what the whole thing looks like.
Yeah. Imagine what the whole thing looks like when they're eviscerating them the whole fucking time. Oh my God, I can only imagine.
I think PBS released the tapes. I saw both of them. They were like 4 or 5 hours worth of recordings.
Yeah,
PBS did.
I seriously don't have the time.
Bill's, almost all of Bill's. I didn't watch Hillary's, but enough have been put out of Hillary's that I was like, and she's pointless. She wasn't part of it. There's no reason to talk to Hillary. It was stupid.
Yeah.
But when Boebert questioned Hillary, or was it Hillary? Yes. There was a question she asked her about a particular file in the Epstein files, where it's between Epstein and somebody that's redacted. And she says in this email, it states, Epstein says that she's pretty, Hillary is prettier in person. And Hillary goes, I can't deny that,
I won't argue with that.
Look at this I can't argue with that. And if you actually go search that file, it was the other person that had gone to something that saw Hillary, and they said it. It wasn't Epstein that said it. But, you know, when you're Lauren Boebert and don't do homework and only have your GED 5 weeks before you become a sitting member, then, you know, you're probably not real good at doing those kind of hardcore important things like she's being given tasks to. So
God, she's so
pathetic. I mean, I imagine she can't get high quality aides on the Hill. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck wants to work for fucking Lauren Boebert?
I mean,
like, who wants that on your resume? Like, for real.
Well, you know, this is something so important. You know, this cross-examination of the Clintons and whatever, this questioning of the Clintons was so big. You'd think on your own. I mean, if it's me, okay, even if I think I've got a slam dunk, I think I'd want to have my shit just perfectly set, nice little bows on top, so I can actually accomplish that goal. And the only way to do that is actually doing your homework, and you're not going to get that if you've got Lauren Boebert at the helm. Because
no,
she's probably busy.
Well, I also remember when Dinky brought her into that fucking the closed room where you have to leave your cell phone outside.
Situation room.
The situation room. And threatened her.
Yeah.
To not sign the Epstein Transparency Act. Yeah.
Right.
So
people could hear him screaming at her.
Oh yeah. So it's funny.
Ew, poor thing. She probably got covered in tonsil stones.
It's a situation room, but everybody can hear him fucking still screaming.
Let us not forget she is fucking Kid Rock. So can we just remember that she is disgusting forever?
I heard she's still with my friend Brian's cousin.
Oh, well, she was rumored to be dating Kid Rock a while ago.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a fling, you know.
So,
who knows?
Anyway, to move on.
And this is why we need vaccines, people. This is why we need vaccines. This is how shit spreads.
The whole world gone crazy.
Rep Melanie Stansberry on Zorro Ranch. This is the first ever true investigation of Zorro Ranch, you guys. Like, this is big, and it's totally
because all other cases were halted or stomped out
by Dinky,
the one and only Dinky.
Yep. So here's Melanie Stansberry. So happy to hear this too, by the way. Like, yeah.
New Mexico with a breaking update in the Epstein investigation, and that is today New Mexico's Department of Justice has begun its on-site investigation of Zorro Ranch. This investigation is crucial as a part of our larger investigation into the crimes that happened by Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and his associates here in New Mexico as part of New Mexico's investigation through our state Department of Justice and our newly passed bipartisan Truth Commission. Now, one of the things that's important to know is that New Mexico's Zorro Ranch is a place where multiple crimes were reported both to federal authorities as well as state and local authorities. In fact, there are records dating back to the mid-1990s of abuse happening at the ranch, including a report to the FBI in 1996 by a survivor and multiple other reports over the years. And one of the significant and important pieces of this case is to understand why justice was never pursued at the state, local, or federal level. So this investigation is a crucial piece of trying to understand what happened at the ranch, to look for potential crimes that may have occurred on the ranch property, especially because after Jeffrey Epstein was arrested in 2019 and other properties were searched, Zorro Ranch was never properly searched, and because it is a crucial piece in getting to the bottom of truth and accountability here in our state, to hold those who are still able to be held accountable to the law, as well as seeking justice and healing for survivors here in our state. So we are so grateful for the work that the New Mexico Department of Justice is doing. We are so grateful for our state legislative leaders like State House Representative Andrea Romero and State House Representative Mariana Anaya, who are leading on our Truth Commission. And we are so grateful to all of the survivors and our community who has shown up, especially over the last several weeks, to show support for survivors. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone, all of the hundreds of New Mexicans who showed up yesterday to show their support for the survivors, to march and to stand in solidarity at Zorro Ranch yesterday. I had the opportunity to meet with survivors afterwards, and I want to share with you that what they shared with us is that they felt like New Mexico was home and had welcomed them. So thank you to all of our New Mexicans out there who are leading the way, who are leading with your hearts, and who are seeking truth, justice, and accountability, because that is what this case is all about. Well,
I wonder what they're, I wonder how deep they're going to actually search. Like, what are they?
Ask in our chat said the U.S. Department of Justice in early 2026 revealed the former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson maintained a relationship with convicted sex offender Epstein for years longer. I bet these corrupt motherfuckers. And
talking about Boebert and then playing such a beautiful, educated, in the know woman is like a slap in the face. I can't believe they're in the same fucking government.
That's right.
Yeah.
I bet she didn't have a what was that? The modeling actors page that Bobo and fucking MTG had. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? It was like hi, I'm a profiler. I'm like, hi. Yeah.
Like OnlyFans pages.
Yeah, like something like along those lines. I forget what it was called though.
All I know about Boebert and to this day is allegedly she was an escort and she was Ted Cruz's escort.
So
like that's
I remember hearing that.
All these visuals, man. I'm telling you, we got to stop with this. There's not enough bleach for the brain.
I'll do one worse for you. Imagine her sitting on his really raccoony beard face. That's the thing that I can't think of.
Ouch. No, God! That just gave me a migraine thinking about that.
No!
Don't say that.
And so anyway, we were talking about this earlier. Trump's sons back new drone company targeting Pentagon sales.
Me?
Power Us, which is spelled Power plus US, says, but it's all one word, says it plans to acquire Ukraine drone technology to sell to the U.S. military. So now you're begging Ukraine for drone technology and you're going to give the contract to fucking Tweedledee and Tweedle fucking dumb?
Hey, what's that Burisma board that we were complaining about for years? What was that?
Yeah, anybody, Hunter Biden laptop? Hey, MAGA, where are you on this? Your crickets on this? Again, crickets.
Yeah, her email.
Hunter Biden's laptop.
Biden crime family.
Fucking A, dude.
And to be clear, it came out that, I don't know if it was part of the mineral deal last year that we cut with Ukraine, which what the fuck's that doing these days? But we tried to negotiate more military aid. They tried to negotiate military aid for themselves while they wanted anti-drone technology. And Dinky turned them down. Said, we don't need your anti-drone technology.
That's right. So
okay, last August.
I want to quote
last August.
I want to quote Dinky. Okay. Here's a quote. I won't make you put on your fucking Dinky blockers. We might have to put our Dinky blockers on today just for one clip, at least one.
I'm already nauseous.
We are all wearing our force field right now of our Dinky shirts. Okay, so we're not playing dinky today. We are blasting his ass. No, no. We have used our collective force for good today. He is no, and to save Benny, because I still reserve the right to do a dinky impression, and I want to save that.
Okay, so this is what he said. Of the people that died through the roadside bombs died and are right now walking around with no legs.
Not gonna.
The stupid cup overfloweth.
Of the people that died through the roadside bombs died and are right now walking around with no legs.
You're a
Yeah,
goddamn disgrace.
dead people don't walk around. Neither do people with no legs unless they have.
Maybe he meant walking on their hands. Maybe that's
that's the excuse they're gonna make. Is that the excuse they're gonna give for the? What the fuck did you just say?
Obviously he meant walking on his hands.
Go ahead, Benny.
I know that when my husband doesn't put on his prosthetics and he just wants to go to the bathroom, which is right across from his room, across the hall, he just gets on his hands and knees and crawls into the bathroom.
Yeah,
It's like,
scoop.
I'm not fucking putting those legs on just to go to the bathroom. So
here's another dinky quote for the genius you all MAGA think he is, you fucktards. He said, the question was this. You said the war is very complete, but your defense secretary says this is just the beginning. So which is it? And Trump said, you could say both.
It's the beginning of the end. It can't be both, you fucking dipshit.
Yeah, this is great quotes in American history, you know.
Presidential history.
Ask what you can do for your country, you know, like those kind of quotes, the ones that we can say,
carry a big stick.
Yeah. But this was like, you could say it's both. This motherfucker, both sides, fucking everything.
I see dead people.
I bet.
No matter how on both sidesable it is, he's still both sides.
Here's what we were just talking about earlier. In August of 2025, Ukraine tried to sell battle-proven tech for downing Iranian drones and made a PowerPoint showing how it could protect the United States and its allies in a Middle East war. But the Trump administration dismissed it until now.
His brain is stuck. This is the problem. I am convinced this is a problem with his dementia. I really do think he lives in a regressed time frame, like in his life. Like he's not living in current day where we are now. I think he's living in the 50, 60 to 80, 85, late 80s realm. And he kind of goes back and forth like where he's at.
My mother had dementia. I know when she was like dazed and she would be like, well, I talked to my mom today. And I'm like, your mom's been dead for 25 fucking years. How did you talk to your mother? I didn't understand, at the beginning what was going on. You know, like it was so fucking weird. And I'm like, that's fucking weird.
I think that's why he has depended. Also, he's a sadist. But I think that's why he has depended on these shock and awe campaigns like in Venezuela and Iran, is because in his mind, the big ships and the big booms are what win wars and battles. But that's not true anymore.
Well, it's a dick. It's a dick.
That's all he does.
That's why you gotta fucking
World
listen to the
War
George
II.
Carlin thing. It's a fucking dick wagging contest.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know that. But, he doesn't understand. He sees Barron turn on and off a laptop and is, impressed. He doesn't realize that there's some kid in a bunker with a VR headset and a PlayStation 2 controller controlling drones. He doesn't. He cannot. It doesn't.
Yeah. He thinks planes are invisible, like Superwoman's invisible plane. Alyosha, thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
Yes.
Hey, ladies. I tell you, I already have 5 stories, but I'll try to limit it to 2.
Yeah, please.
I actually was at a HUD meeting for housing, and they actually admitted. Remember, I'm in Massachusetts. That if they weren't ready, and if they weren't getting the warnings from me and the city manager and other people, Trump tried to see if he could evict 40 people with barely 30 days notice, which is against the law. And then the housing was able to check its records and make sure that everybody was quote unquote legal. Right? According to, Dinky and all his nonsense.
A citizen, a legal citizen, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So even the director admitted in the local city, that they're very, it's good that they were very organized and strong, because I guess they were trying to threaten them or were about to. And when they saw that they had their stuff together, they went to other housing authorities, and Lord knows what trouble they're, cooking up. And you're talking about disabled, elderly, veterans as well. You know what I mean? It's wow. So he thinks that he's that smart, and Miller too, that we're just going to rewrite everything and it's okay because he's president. Thank God they weren't smart enough to figure out what most judges would do.
Yeah.
Because he would totally rewrite the whole country, and it wouldn't even be America. There'd be no point in calling it America almost if Dinky could get his way every single time. Oh, it's wow.
No, that's awful.
I mean,
that's awful.
Go ahead,
Alyosha. I'm so glad that the people that you are living in their building were so thorough and fucking followed through, because I'm sure there's a lot that might look the other way and be like, fuck it, and not care, and maybe get paid off for it, and get paid off for it somehow, right?
Yeah, and then the other issue is I've actually had to, I know too much about the news and social media and all that, but I've actually warned the other people, in the state, aside from the Massachusetts senators and House reps, to be on your guard, because we don't know what garbage, every day it's 10,000 laws they want to rewrite, and, 10,000 gimmicks that Dinky and the Stephen Miller, Stephen Chung, all these other jerks want to do. All right, I'll let you go. Sorry for being long.
No, thank you for calling in, honey, and letting us know about that. And, maybe people around the states need to fucking pay attention to this too. Because if you have, my mother was in a nursing home, and I'm telling you, they weren't great before. I can't imagine what they are like now when they're losing funding.
Terrible.
And I can only fucking imagine. So, do not look away when you have, elderly people or people who need assistance and all this stuff. I heard this heart-wrenching story about a woman who's like, I'm blind and I don't have any, way to get to and from the store. And Dinky took all my SNAP benefits away, and I'm living on, he took it. It was like $80 a month. It went to $65. Now it went to $35 or $25, and now it's $12.50 a month she gets for food.
That's on C-SPAN. That was on C-SPAN like a week and a half ago, I think.
Yeah.
Ish.
It was.
Yeah, it was a caller to C-SPAN.
The thing is she's only one person of millions in the same situation.
And she's by herself. She doesn't have any help. She doesn't have family around.
Legally
so
blind.
Yeah, it just fucking horrific shit. And you're gonna spend $1 billion a day on this fucking war?
On steak and lobster?
You're going to spend $93 billion on steak and lobsters and all this furniture, and you're going to spend, I don't know, $120 billion on fucking airplanes to fuck your boyfriend in the sky? You're going to spend another every time the fucking Cash Patel goes to see his girlfriend, it costs us fucking money? When is it over? When is this grift over? We've never had a president grift like this fucking before, ever.
We've never had a president grift. period. It's against the Constitution for them to fucking draw any money except their salary that they're paid. They're not allowed to fucking capitalize on the presidency. And that's all this motherfucker does.
Yeah. $4 billion he's already made. $4 billion off us. Our tax money, our tariffs, the whatever the fuck it is. He's a fucking
where's our tariff
artist.
check? Where's our fucking Doge check?
The biggest con ever that's ever
that
been
one's the millionaires
perpetrated.
too, didn't they tell you?
The biggest con that's ever been perpetrated on the
not for
American
us.
people is Donald motherfucking Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest con ever.
I saw that this $1 billion a day is an estimate, by the way. This is a lowball estimate.
Yeah,
the opening salvo or the first 2 days of this bombing campaign was $5.6 billion. $5.6 billion in 48 hours.
Yeah, and that we don't even know how much of that is included in all of the shit that's been destroyed. All these billions of dollars that we put into all these fucking bases over the years and just blew up over fucking night. So Dinky hold on, a reporter goes, you suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. Why are you the only person saying this? Trump says, quote, because I just don't know enough about it.
Or say anything, motherfucker.
He really will.
Say whatever suits you instead.
I find it
Unbelievable.
And Commander.
Can I point something out? I've noticed that they have severely limited these free form news conferences anymore. They don't do these so much anymore. Have you noticed that? Because he can't stay on topic and he has to have a script or a teleprompter because his mind can't
starts talking about grapes.
His mind is kind of cheese. There's nothing in there.
Yeah. And so I find that was an excellent question. I find it very telling that these questions are getting tougher for him. It's one thing to ask these questions to other people in the administration.
And with
it's another to confront him.
And with hand-picked propaganda reporters. Because there's no left-wing propaganda. We got Laura fucking Loomer in there.
Right.
We got, what's his name with his beanie cap on? What's the guy with the beanie?
Tim Pool.
Yeah, Tim Pool.
Well, and you also had going back to the school that was hit, you had Megyn Kelly and Laura Ingraham on social media demanding the investigation. I'm sorry. Let me repeat those names again. That was Megyn Kelly and Laura Ingraham. Okay, just for the people in the back. Megyn Kelly.
You don't have to say it any louder. Bitch. We heard you the first time.
But seriously, though, and now pictures have come out today that it's clearly a U.S.-made product. It's clearly Tomahawk and in English. Like, even who's the Pentagon Fox News lady? Jennifer Gill. She's Pentagon. She's worked Pentagon for a really long time. She has short silver hair. She got in a fight with Pete Hegseth last year. I cannot remember her name, but she was on today on Fox News, pretty much stating like they're lying about this school. Right on Fox News to Brett Baer's face. They're lying about the school.
That's good. So
I'm paying the sirens. Pay attention to the sirens. This is
they're
starting to tell the truth on Fox.
Here's even Newsmax was calling his ass out. So JoJo from Jers, her whole family's in the military, and she had very poignant words for our piece of shit POTUS.
Pete Hegseth stood in front of the press today, looked straight into the cameras as the Secretary of Defense of the United States, and said that the deaths of our troops shouldn't be front page news. That reporting on them is just the media trying to make Donald Trump look bad.
This is what the fake news misses. We've taken control of Iran's airspace and waterways without boots on the ground. We control their fate. But when a few drones get through or tragic things happen, it's front page news. I get it. The press only wants to make the president look bad, but try for once to report the reality. The terms of this war will be set by us at every step.
6 Americans are dead. 6 service members who raised their right hands and swore to defend this country. 6 people who put on a uniform knowing the cost could be everything. 6 human beings whose families will never get to hug them again, never hear their voices again, never watch them walk through the door again. And the man running the Department of Defense thinks the real problem is the coverage. Their deaths should be front page news every single time. Because when Americans die in war, we are supposed to stop and look directly at the cost. We are supposed to ask why they died. We are supposed to ask what the mission is, what the strategy is, what the end game is, and whether the lives we are losing are being spent with honesty and responsibility. Instead, we have a Secretary of Defense acting like 6 American deaths are an inconvenience to the president's image. Those soldiers died in a war the American people have never had explained to them. A war Congress never approved. A war with no coherent strategy, no clear objective, and no visible plan for how we get out of it. Thousands of Iranians are dead. Civilians are dead. Children are dead. And today, we even attacked a boat and left the survivors to drown in the water. My father worked for the Department of Defense. I grew up around service members. I grew up around people who understood that wearing that uniform meant sacrifice, duty, and honor. Heroes. So hearing the Secretary of Defense diminish the deaths of 6 American troops like it's a media problem makes my blood boil. Do not ever tell me again, this administration stands with our troops, because they don't stand with them. They use them. They use our soldiers and our service members as props in speeches and as pawns in a deadly political game. Those 6 Americans should be here today. They deserve far, far better than to have a day-drunk dipshit and a draft-dodging degenerate desecrate their memories and their good names.
No notes.
Yeah.
No fucking notes. I mean, it's beyond infuriating. And that's why I go, these military people who voted for this, who are condoning this, who are taking illegal orders, they pushed out all the other good people. The commanders, the chiefs, the fucking, admirals, a lot of them women and people of color, by the way, who worked their whole lives to get there. And now you got dipshits running this show.
Yeah. Pete's son is almost military age. I wonder how he feels about sending his son over there.
Well, so is all of his grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
His grandchildren, they're all of age. His son, Barron, is of age. They should be on the front lines. If the King of England can send his sons to fucking war, why can't Dinky?
Yep.
So these motherfuckers, they don't, I never want to hear from them again that they support the troops. I don't want to hear from them again that they have family fucking values or they're fiscally fucking responsible. Get fucked on all of it. All your messaging is bullshit.
Get fucked.
So sick of it. So where are we next? Where are we? Okay. I didn't
it's
send
this
any
lack of decorum and respect for just the dignity, like they have zero, again, lack of class, lack of dignity, lack of decorum. There's just nothing that these guys show any respect for other than the almighty dollar, and not even for each other, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Well, and I was just
MAGA
thinking that I was like,
they care. Give me a break.
I was just thinking, Jenny, everyone's gonna, say like, well, it's because he grew up wealthy. Da, da, da. No, no, no. He doesn't care about anyone outside of himself. He does not care. I mean, just to care about anyone.
He'll throw any of them
Even
under a
his
bus
own-
if it suits his better, outcome. Like,
if he had to choose between himself and Ivanka, he would still choose himself.
Yes. Yes.
He would.
Absolutely.
So I have this post. It's from Bill Johnson. I don't know who that is, but okay. We have reached a very critical and dangerous phase in the mental and physical fall of Trump. He no longer cares about public opinion and calls any bad poll a fake. He has completely gone into fantasy shell where only he knows what is true and justified. To make it worse, he is surrounded by people that are either too afraid to question him or encouraging his authoritarian madness. Every day, we are shocked by his behavior only to be outdone by the next. There has to be an outcry from everyone before he destroys us all. And I'm thinking about that. I was saying that 2016 before he got elected.
Violated.
Yeah, well, enough of people that supported him and got him to where he is now want to step up and go in the streets and start marching to DC. Until then, that's what we're going to have to see. That's what we'll have to see.
So,
it's
and
gonna
even
have to be
then,
enough
we
people.
need to see people that are in positions of power hold him accountable, such as
Also
those
that.
in the Senate and House. Like,
now,
that
right now are the people who are controlling this and not letting it stop.
Jenny Faye.
I did see soon.
Jenny Faye, do you know who Tim Tebow is?
I know who Tim Tebow is.
Yeah, he's a football player once upon a time from the University of Florida.
Yeah.
Florida.
I know that.
So I guess he was sitting in front of Congress and he is explaining. This is the thing that you sent me, Jenny, and that's why I was like, do you know who he is? Because he's like a big time Bible thumper.
Yes.
Okay.
But, again, broken clocks are right twice a day.
True.
And just that little graphic scared the shit out of me.
The graphic that he is explaining is massive, and I've seen this before, but this is,
it just bears repeating because it's everywhere. This is what we've been saying. It's everywhere.
But again, he can be broken clock. Jesus.
Yes.
Right. Come on. We're agreeing with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Nick Fuentes now. So,
for fuck's sake.
Right.
One of those red dot
happened.
Tony.
maps is a unique IP address that is downloaded, shared, or distributing child rape images, almost all under the age of 12. And that's just a 6-month screenshot of it. And there are over 338,000 on there. There's blue dots on there. You can't really see them, but the blue ones are the ones that are under investigation.
In a sea of red.
Isn't that a problem of what we're talking about? Every one of those red dot maps is a unique IP address that is downloaded, shared, or distributing child rape images, almost all under the age of 12. And that's just a 6-month screenshot of it. And there are over 338,000 on there. There's blue dots on there. You can't really see them, but the blue ones are the ones that are under investigation.
It's so horrific. Go ahead, Lindsay.
I can't. I haven't really kept up with him since he was a football player. But to my knowledge, he has used his powers for good. I think he does a lot of charitable work. He does a lot of stuff with kids with disabilities and stuff like that, like Make-A-Wishy type stuff. I think. I'm not really sure, but he is very thumpy. He's been that way forever too. Like yeah, even when he's playing football.
I honestly really don't care as long as you're trying to do something that's good for other people and using your platform for power, using your power and your platform to spread. This is something this is a problem. We have a massive.
Well, that's the thing. We should all be able to get rid of pedophiles. That shouldn't be a left-right thing. That should be a human thing.
The problem, the thing that we are seeing is that there's not enough outrage coming from the right. Who do you think is looking up all that shit?
I was just thinking here, it's one thing to pass a federal law trying to restrict us. We need to be talking to states. We need to be talking to states. We need to be talking to states about how information is gathered, how information is shared, privacy protections, age verifications or age restrictions. Like, seriously, we need to talk to states.
And maybe prosecuting some of it. I mean, look at how little blue dots you saw in that. That's the other part. Like,
well,
and the ones that are there to prosecute it are probably in on it themselves. Like, it's just it's such a backward system.
Benny,
go ahead, Benny.
Funny that they use red and blue dots, and the blue ones are being investigated instead of it being, like yellow and green dots or
isn't that
any other motherfucking color besides red and blue.
Yeah. Well, when I see that,
I found it pretty fitting.
I see Republicans.
Well, that's why I found it fitting that all those red dots, meant,
the telling on
the distribution sites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we wonder why Grindr crashes when the Republicans go to Wisconsin all of a fucking sudden, or Arizona at Charlie Kirk's funeral. I mean, this is a real thing, and I think we have a major white male problem, and I think it started with the nonstop being able to fucking see porn on the fucking internet, and then all these young men were jerking themselves off so much that they couldn't get it up anymore. There was a whole fucking epidemic of it.
Because
it also doesn't help.
Penis is more important than anything.
It also doesn't help that we have Israeli members of government come over here in Las Vegas, assault a minor, and be able to leave the country.
Yeah.
Like what happened a year ago? Was that a year ago? I don't even know when that was anymore. But it happened. And we only found out about it after they were gone from the country. They were already in the wind.
Sorry for whoever was calling in, call back, but I saw what do they call it? The Israeli something, is it the IDF? A military force?
Or talking about the military body?
Yeah.
IDF.
I saw a video of them assaulting a woman. That's all I'm going to say. And they all stood around with their shields, shielding the cameras from it. It was fucking disgusting. I won't play it on the show. I was just fucking absolutely fucking horrified. And you're going to fucking support these people in a war? You fucking assholes.
Kathy's in.
Go ahead,
well,
Kathy.
And that's your trained eyes. That's your trained eyes.
Thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies. I just wanted to give you an update out of Arizona. So our Attorney General, who is a Democrat, Trump came after our ballots just like he went after
Georgia,
the ballots in Atlanta and Georgia. And so our Attorney General told him to stuff it. So he wasn't going to let that stop him. So he got some order from the FBI. So they came and raided the offices and took what they wanted. And the thing is, if you know anything about Arizona, all of our election boards are run by Republicans.
Oh, God.
And when every single election that Trump was up for election, the board was our election board, the Maricopa County Board, the Arizona State Board, all run by Republicans. We've been audited so many times, and every single time the Republicans came back and said, in fact, the hilarious part was, oh yeah, they found voter fraud, but it was for Dinky, not Biden. And on top of that, they found votes for Biden that weren't even counted. How about that?
Yeah.
So Biden won by more than he did before. But yeah, we're dealing with that. But on better news, Carrie Lake, who
I saw this.
Who, yeah,
Oh,
yes.
she's
The
still
one
around?
piece
Hold
of good
on.
news
I
out
didn't
of
see
all
this,
of
so go
this,
ahead.
yes, out of all of the garbage going on, the one piece of good news is that a judge said that Carrie Lake being hired to oversee Voice of America, Trump broke the law, putting her in power. And therefore, because she was not a legitimate leader of Voice of America, the 1,000 people she laid off all get their jobs back because she was illegitimate.
Get fucked.
And she,
Kathy, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go
Can
ahead.
I ask you a question about those ballots?
Go.
Yeah.
I understood it that it was just Maricopa County. Was it more counties than just Maricopa County?
Oh, no,
Do you
it
know?
was just Maricopa County. Would you like to guess why? Because Maricopa County,
run by
just like
Republicans, I'm
Atlanta, that's where all the minorities are. And that's where it's mostly Democratic because it's urban.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
In quotes.
So, yeah, that it was just Maricopa County. And I felt so bad because the guy that ran the elections for Maricopa County, even though he was a Republican, he was very fair. And he
was.
ended up having to resign because he was having a nervous breakdown from all of the garbage that was going on. He was getting death threats from MAGAs saying that he fixed the election for Biden. Yeah, it was just stupid. And so now we have some other jerk in there. But I mean, the thing is, for Jake and I, it's like we feel that our elections here are very efficient. First of all, we vote by mail. I get a notice, telling me a month ahead of time, be on the lookout, your ballot's going to be in the mail. They tell me the day they mailed it. I fill it out, I send it in. I get a text telling me they've received my ballot, and then I get a text telling me they counted my ballot.
Yeah.
It's all been...
I got a text it was received. I never got anything that said it was counted. Here in Michigan.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, Kathy, for calling in. Love you, babe.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good one. And you guys,
you,
you
Kathy.
ladies, as always, are kicking it out of the park. So take care.
Thanks,
love y'all.
love. Bye.
Bye.
Baseball been very good to me.
Yeah, Christina Talks. Christina Talks has a few things to say about our billionaire welfare queens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And ain't it true? I mean, it's just no lies detected, no notes, Christina. We love you. Come on our show, please.
Well. And you just thought we were living in the United States of hell and the cost of our petrol was rising exponentially. Then the orange guy went and done this, baby. Trump administration announces a $20 billion reinsurance program for oil tankers during the Iran war. What that means, dear, is not only are you going to pay at the pump, you're going to pay on your taxes too, because we're going to hand billionaire oil companies $20 billion for their despair. Yeah. You are. I am. We are. Not he, though. Not the billionaires that don't pay taxes. They're not going to be on the hook for this shit. So yeah, not only will you pay more at the pump, honey, but your tax money will not go back to you in any form of a social program, boo, because it will be given to oil companies, as a government insurance program, thanks to Orange Daddy and his unnecessary war.
You mean a bailout?
Thanks, MAGA. That's on you too. You dumb fucking Kool-Aid drinking fool.
No notes. She's brilliant. I just love her so
She's got the best word, better than Donald.
And she delivers it all with a smile. Like, oh my God, really? I hear you dumb motherfucking maggots. Yeah.
Cute as a pea and smart as a whip.
When I'm like, I get all yelly. I don't care. So, okay. I'm sorry. Again, I'm not going to be a conspiracy theorist here, but for fuck's sake, I think this is real. And I don't think J.D. Milo, who's been digging into the Epstein files and would put out anything that he didn't think was real and that he thought was AI. And you tell me, we've been listening to this fucking piece of shit for decades.
Mm-hmm.
And you think this is not what goes on? We've heard this is what goes on behind the scenes. Very short clip here, so probably play it twice.
Not releasing the Epstein files. Fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't care what you do. Start a fucking war. Just don't let them get out. If I go down, I will bring all the...
Sounds a little rough. Are you feeling all right?
I feel great. I was shouting at people because they were stupid about something.
Not releasing the Epstein files. Fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't care what you do. Start a fucking war. Just don't let them get out. If I go down, I will bring all the...
Sounds a little rough. Are you feeling all right?
I feel great. I was shouting at people because they were stupid about something.
Stop releasing the Epstein files. Go ahead, start a war.
See, and this is what I think is funny. If he is saying, like he said yesterday, like, we're almost completely done. Well, okay. Well, it's going to be Epstein files again. Like, that's okay. Well, if you're done with this one, we'll go right back. We'll go right back to the attention of the problems at hand that are most affecting our citizens.
And then it'll be Greenland. I mean, there's always going to be something he will pull out. Then
There'll
he'll
always be
fire another
something.
one. So there's that to talk about,
But I just think the further he runs, the more suspicious he looks. And even to the people again that put him, not just to us, even to the people that put him there. Because here's the thing. It's twofold. Not only is he not releasing the Epstein files as he promised, he's also not prosecuting his enemies. He's not having Barack Obama arrested and Hillary Clinton arrested. He's not having those perp walks. He's doubly fucking his fucking base right now. I just want you to fucking go.
Yes.
Well, that's part of why the war's okay, because those that want blood are ones that are okay with fighting and losing American lives.
This red meat is getting less effective. It's still effective, but it's less far. It's not getting him as much traction for very long anymore.
Oh, I agree. I feel like his base, what is left now, are the ones that are true.
Oh yeah,
true morons.
Oh yeah,
the true. Let's go, America. Those. Yes. Okay, the true gun nut. Let's fight until we all bleed, guys. You've got the pedophiles above and below that are okay with child everything, whether it be corn or SA or any of it. They don't care.
Right.
And you've got the rich billionaires that don't give a darn. They're not going to vote against their wallets. They never will.
I heard this clip of fucking Lindsey Graham going, "We're going to make a lot of money on this." I'm like, I just never found I don't know. I just never found it in a short clip. But anyway, it's just...
You got to read
and the ones that are left,
War is a Racket. War is a Racket by Colonel Smedley Butler. Read it. It's a little pamphlet book.
What is that?
But it's so impactful.
I mean, I really do feel like that's what this was. I think Hal talked about this yesterday, where like essentially he's keeping a campaign promise. He's helping the oil companies. He hadn't really done anything with the oil besides the EPA and that kind of stuff. I mean, like instant gratification for those oil moguls.
Right.
And that's what he did.
So I found this chick. Her name is Bo Grant.
His tax cut should have been enough for them.
Yeah.
No shit.
I found this chick, Bo Grant. She is, commenting on the Epstein files too. Some of her stuff is a little out there and a little wacky, but I like that she pointed out this guy. And I heard about this before, but I didn't hear it put in this context. So I wanted to play this. It's not too long. And then I have another video after this that I think any women with children or even people here who have grandchildren, beware. So here's two things in a row from Bo Grant. B-O.
Found one person who did the right thing. All of the emails, the videos, the pictures. One man. Meet Axel Dumas, the same Dumas who is the CEO of Hermes, a company that makes those bags called Birkins that even when on sale are $22,000. Now, thanks to multiple emails, Dumas not only didn't take him up on his offers, he flat out was running away from this man every which way he could. We're talking over the course of years. 2013, Axel Dumas gets appointed as CEO for Hermes. And as far as CEOs and human beings in general, Dumas turned out to be a decent human. Now he is sharing exactly what Jeffrey did to try to get his hooks in Dumas. From 2013 to 2014, Jeffrey tried repeatedly to get meetings with Dumas. The only time this CEO ever actually met with Jeffrey was at an Hermes event where Jeffrey was not even on the list of attendees. He got into the event as a guest of Woody Allen and his wife. Dumas admits, besides meeting him at that one event, that was it. He then had to do everything he could to stay away from this man because he said by 2013, this man already had a horrible reputation. Not only was this after Jeffrey had been convicted for that thing that he did with that minor, other celebrities and people of wealth didn't let that bother them. But why did Jeffrey want to sink his hooks in Dumas so bad? Well, he was a young man in 2013. He had just gotten a significant seat of power as CEO of a huge company. Company that carries a lot of weight for millionaires, billionaires, celebrities, models. And Jeffrey not only found a young man with a lot of power, but he also tried to get meetings with him at a time where he was basically at a really scary point. It looked like Hermes was about to be taken over by a group called LVMH. Then Jeffrey donated a ton of money, to which Dumas then sent the money back, making Dumas the only decent man we have found in the files yet.
Thank you, Dumas.
If I had the money for $22,000
fucking bag,
I still wouldn't do it. But you know,
I could never spend that kind of money on a purse ever.
No,
not in a million years. That's a car. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Like
so. Anyway, I want to play this next from the same chick, Bo Grant, on YouTube. She pointed this out from a female, woman who, just post stuff about her family. Let her explain.
No, her name is Married to a Lunatic.
Her name is Married to a Lunatic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought her name was. I don't know who this Bo Grant was, but I know her as Married to a Lunatic.
Video by Bo Grant is on my thing.
Well, her thing is Married
to a Lunatic. I don't know. I know her as Married to a Lunatic.
Well, maybe
YouTube,
it's the original chicks. I don't know. So check them both out.
Actually happening when you post pictures of your kids online is weird. But one mom not only witnessed that it was happening to her, she's now proving that it did. As someone who posts like mom content, she would post videos with her kids, started noticing a sharp incline in the male audience versus the female. You're thinking, oh, maybe they're just pushing her content to men. No, she's a primarily female viewership. But then she started posting stuff without any kids in it. Her no kids content got significantly less male viewership. In fact, she was back to her normal 80% female viewers. Halloween video of her with her family, including her kids, over 70% men viewing it. Not just like a simple picture of just her and her husband. 80% women. Oh, videos of just her. 8% men. Videos of her with her kid, almost 70% men. The only difference in her videos or pictures were that the ones that had her children in it were getting pushed to a male audience versus the stuff where it was just her and her friends, just her and her husband, 80% women. Again, not a celebrity, just a regular woman who is sharing some of her life online, like all of her special moments. So now she's realizing it may not be safe at all to share her children.
No.
This is a huge wake-up call to all of us. I've never looked at my analytics, broken it down. Women who have millions of followers sharing their daily lives with their kids, she's even wondering how many of those are just creepy men who are just there to look at her kids.
Yep. Yep.
Can you imagine?
Yep.
Well, first of all, I think it's so inappropriate to show your children online. I don't have children, but if I did, I would never do this. I would text my family personal pictures of my kids. I would never put it on my social fucking media page. I don't know what's wrong with these fucking people. This is a big fucking problem.
What's worse is there are parents out there, such as, like, I cannot remember this creator's name, and even if I did, I'm not going to say it. But this is a woman, young woman who had a little girl, and she would have a little girl eat phallic-shaped objects on her channel.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, hot dogs and
and pickles, corn dogs, ears of corn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I wonder if anything ever happened with that. I fucking hope it did, but that's a real thing. It's a real thing in the world. Also,
what I'm telling, wait, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt. The grandparents, I know you guys, your kids are probably grown and you've got grandbabies. You got to start telling your kids and your grandchildren, stop. Underage, no. You got to be 18 years old to be like, I mean, I'm sorry. We already have this fucking weirdo thing with the people who do school pictures are connected to fucking Epstein. That's a real fucking thing in the fucking Epstein files, you guys. I'm not making this shit up. I couldn't make it up if I tried. They have your address. They know where your kid went to school. They know where to fucking pull up a limousine and be like, hi.
I'm gonna go further about posting kids online. Some people say, well, I post my kids online, but I blur their face. Well, Peters still like to look at their little fingers and toes and think what they like to do to them. So I just want you to think they still look at their little bodies.
No.
Just the same. They don't need their fucking face.
You want to share your kids' birthday video with the grandparents that live across the country. You do it personally through text. Do not put it on fucking social media.
To accept, press
Who is it? I'm sorry, I missed who's calling. Hello?
Hey, Diane.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Diane?
Yeah, I can hear you, honey.
Yes.
I missed the name. Who is it?
Okay, Julie Van Osdale.
Oh, hi, Julie. Hi, honey.
Hi, Julie.
We forgot to plug in your name the last time. Go ahead.
No problem. It's Julie Van Osdale.
Yeah, babe. I know. Go ahead.
Okay, so there's a lot of disinformation going around about Life Touch. It's Julie.
We know, honey. We got you. So what's the disinformation about Life
I'm having
Touch?
a hard time getting a lot of feedback.
Oh, turn off what? You got a 30-second delay. Turn off your whatever.
The stream.
Yeah, mute what you're listening to on the stream.
I'm listening to you.
Just listen in the phone.
Okay, so what I need to say is there's a lot of disinformation going on about Life Touch. Life Touch was taken over by Shutterfly. I want to say 2018 maybe. So both my husband, my son, and my daughter, all three, have worked at Life Touch. My son still works there. And the information that's coming out about Life Touch is false. Leon Black is the person you're talking about. And he has had nothing to do with the day-to-day goings on at Life Touch. Life Touch is very careful. Everything that they do is encrypted. Can you hear me? Are you hearing
It may
me?
be now, but it might have not been back in the 80s and 90s when
No.
we didn't have all that.
Life Touch, like I said, they didn't take over until after Epstein was dead.
Well, that's what I'm talking about,
And
honey,
he has had-
is that there is a connection, and it may not be going on now, okay? And I understand your point, and a lot more things are digitized now instead of, and there's like cryptic stuff, but in the 80s and 90s, they didn't have that. And there is a connection.
Yeah, but Life
so you
Touch
can't
wasn't
say that it
owned
didn't
by
happen.
them.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying
I
that,
think-
that I know for a fact that Leon Black had nothing to do. He got no information from Life Touch. None.
Well,
and
I don't know
really
if you know for a
struggling with
fact
the
that was
left-
happening back in the 80s and 90s. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay. So all this information that we're getting is from the 80s and the 90s that are coming out. I'm not saying that it's happening now, and I'm not accusing you or anyone in your family of doing anything inappropriate at Life Touch. What I'm saying is before, in the 90s, in the 1990s, it's in the Epstein files that they had connections through Leon Black or whoever, I don't know, who owns all these companies. And it's all through shell companies. And it's impossible to track. But back in the day, we didn't have the technology that we have today. And so I totally agree with you. And I think that, it's a good company now. And I think that this information that's coming out about the Epstein files made people react now. But they don't realize that this is what they're talking about in the Epstein files was going on back in the 90s. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I appreciate that. I do.
So,
But
I appreciate you calling in.
I'm gun shy. Actually, I was really gun shy about even calling.
Don't.
Until y'all started talking about this, because my son still works there.
No, and I appreciate you calling in and, kind of correcting the record. You are correct that everything is cryptic and they have ways of protecting the kids now. But this is 2025. What I'm saying is back in the 90s, they did not have that. Okay?
Right. But then they didn't have any connection to the Epstein files until Leon Black, right?
So
until 20. Are you saying 2018
20 or 21?
is when the?
So look, I look, honey, Julie, I'm not trying to be offensive to you at all. I'm just saying it does exist there. It may not exist now, and I think you are correct. And I would never insult you or your family for working for these people and doing the right thing. Do you see what I'm saying? You're doing a junior high school yearbook or a high school yearbook. We've been dealing with yearbooks for generations and decades. You know what I mean? It's a thing. And so, and I'm not saying that all these people who take pictures of children are all pedophiles. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that back in the day, there was some weirdo connection. And I don't think it's there now. And I think you are correct to call in and defend that it's being, it's cryptic now and there's ways to protect the kids now. I think you're correct in doing that. And I appreciate you calling in. And honey, don't be so upset and don't be scared to call in. I
am upset because I've been taking a lot of attacks from my own side over this.
Well, then they don't understand.
Because
they don't get it.
People don't want to inform themselves.
Well, then that's how you explain. Julie, this is what you say to them. That was going on back then. It's not happening today. Okay, this is 2025.
I don't believe
that was
it was
back in the 90s.
Then.
Well, we look, all this stuff has to be, I guess, proven. We just know that it's out there and it got people really, really scared.
That's my point exactly, that nothing has been proven yet.
Right.
Life Touch is taking such a hit from this.
Yes, I bet they are. I bet they are.
And I don't know if you've ever heard of anything called HERPA. It's like HIPAA.
Right.
But only for photography, right? And Life Touch, from the very beginning, they're a 90-year-old company.
Yeah.
They have been a pillar of Minnesota for 90 years.
Yeah.
And
honey, I'm not trying to discredit them.
I guess,
okay, it's a scary thought in general, right? To think that these motherfuckers have any kind of access
why
to
aren't
this
they
kind of
making
information.
So Jostens has been around just as longer than they have. Yet these people are pushing
Right.
Jostens, who was actually taken over by Life Touch for some time. They have just now gotten back
Right.
into.
I can only
all of
imagine
this.
how bad Life Touch is being hit by this right now, because all this stuff is coming to light and people cannot make the connection that was 30 fucking years ago and it's 2025, it's 2026. Do you see what I mean? And they're
but it's so much more than that. It's the disinformation, right? It's the lack of curiosity and the lack of research before you try to take down a company.
Well,
that just
Dinky
so
just
happened
tried
be
to take
taken
down
over.
Tylenol for no fucking reason at all. We still don't understand why he was trying to take down Tylenol. You remember that? When he's like, nobody take
I do.
Tylenol. And it was like the weirdest fucking thing. We
That's
still
because
didn't
he
even
couldn't
understand
pronounce
why.
the acetaminophen, Diane. I mean, just seriously. He
Yeah,
couldn't
that's what it was.
pronounce
He
the
couldn't
word,
pronounce
and it pissed
acetaminophen.
him off.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it
So-
was. That's 100%.
Anyway,
what it was.
Life Touch has put out a statement.
Yeah.
So if you Google, trust me, my son has been dealing with this.
Oh, everybody's
For-
devastated about it, probably.
Yes, but the problem is that the people on my side have been attacking me because they're unwilling to just go and find things out for themselves. I mean, we got a Google machine for a reason, right?
Well, Jenny, can I say something? Use
this
my
isn't
argument.
even about Life Touch, Diane. This is about my own side attacking me.
Jenny,
Attacking me.
Jenny, do me a favor. Use my argument. That was decades ago when we didn't have the technology to quit saying.
Diane, I did, and it's Julie. Sorry, but it is Julie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I tried that. I was very. Basically, they were talking about boycotting Life Touch, and I said, please don't until you do their research.
Yeah, I saw
and then
that.
they called me rude for that statement.
Honey,
So,
in this day and age,
I
we
guess
gotta
what I'm
fucking.
telling you why I'm gun shy about talking about any of this
Don't be
is
gun
because
shy.
the attacks are from my side.
Right. I understand. I understand.
And it's something I know we've had phone calls before. I've talked to you before about my fear of what's going on in our own chat rooms, even on my Signal chats. People trying to suppress my speech. People like.
Why do you think we're still in the Boyd, honey?
And tell me if I've
What?
already told you this, but I attended a protest. And I was so excited because I was going to try to help them increase their numbers. And I came with my flags that you put in the ground, and I dressed in my frog hoodie. And I was just trying to find out who was running it. And when I finally did meet up with this woman, I had a fuck eye sign. And
Right.
she was obsessed with that sign. And the fact that that was not allowed at her protest. So I guess
Well,
that's
it's
my
called
point
free.
is
I would
I'm
say.
being censored.
Excuse me. I would say, excuse me, lady. This is called free speech. Have you read the Constitution? Because if you don't know that I've every right to say have a fuck eye sign, then you don't know fuck all about free speech. So go back and read the Constitution. Right?
If words offend you more than what's
more
happening
people
to the
in my
country,
position,
you have
right?
issues, lady.
More people who showed up
Julie,
with those signs.
Julie, hold on. Listen to Benny. Benny, go
No, I
ahead.
just said if words offend you, and
more than what's going on,
more than what's happening to our country, you got big issues. You got bigger issues.
Yeah.
No, Benny, it's not the words, it's the action. It's the fact that our side, who complains about being suppressed of their rights, is suppressing our rights. That's my problem, not what they said. As a matter of fact,
don't make
I
it
was
your
very
problem,
polite.
Julie. Wake them the fuck up and point out some common sense. Why does a word offend you more than what's happening to our country? Seriously, it's a word.
That's exactly my point. But I was very polite.
It's okay
when
for the
she came up to
president
me
to
and
say
she's like,
fuck, right?
"This is my neighborhood. I can't have signs like that in my neighborhood." And I just kept saying, "Fair enough, fair enough." All I wanted to do was
you're
find
being
out
too polite.
how I
I'm
could
sorry.
Share my photograph.
Yeah, you're being too.
You're
polite.
being too
Exactly.
polite, and you need to like stand up. You need a little.
It's hard to not be polite
Yeah,
because it's your
and because of all of this,
thing.
I have stepped back. I haven't been attending my protests, and I've been just trying to go on and just warning people that this is happening on our side,
our watch, our dime,
okay.
yes. We don't have any power. That's why we have to vote.
I argue with our side all the time.
We've
Julie,
got to
just
vote
so you know,
in massive fucking numbers.
Because just because they're on our side doesn't mean they're well informed.
I'm just saying that it hurts to be attacked. But because you know me, because you've heard from me several times, I'm a very vocal, very strong-willed person.
I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you.
To my breaking point.
I wish I could tell you how many times I'm attacked from our side behind the scenes. I cannot even begin to tell you. People that you guys watch, I see you in their chat, that have attacked me behind the scenes. I don't tell anybody about it. I don't tell anybody about it.
The whole show.
The whole show. We are. Why do you think we're still in the Boyd? Why do you think we don't have 1,400 followers?
No, I know why
we are pushed down. We are fucking suppressed. Our speech is suppressed every fucking show. So please,
and
you're
if you
preaching to the choir
see that
here.
I'm not.
Yeah,
you'll see that I'm no longer in a lot of those chats.
Well, you'll just see that
for that reason.
There's proof in the pudding. If we had 13,000 followers, now you're talking something different. But I have proof
but
that
matter.
Our channel is being suppressed. So please, you're preaching to the choir on
by
this
our
end.
own side.
Yeah, by our own people who pretend that they're Democrats and give a shit about fucking democracy. So
they don't.
They think that they're hardcore.
Yeah,
they
care
so
about
much
winning.
more hardcore than they are.
And yeah, I care about money. So, honey, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you so
it's
long.
Okay.
It's just hearing you talking about Leon Black and Life Touch it set me off because
I get it. I get it. And it turned into a 10-minute conversation. It's not a bad thing.
We all have triggers.
We
Julie.
all
have triggers.
But we also
trust and believe.
Need to, look at the timeline. Maybe that's your thing. Look at the timeline. It's 30 years ago. Enough. 50 years ago. So, look, I love you, sweetie, and just please, head up. Okay, chin up. We got to buck up. We got to get thicker skin.
Can I just say something real quick? Is our side, please, don't make your first reaction to attack somebody. Like maybe hear them out. Think that maybe they might be correct. And just go on your Google machine. We all have the ability to do that.
Yep.
So
that's what we do. I do every day. I do it
I know
make,
you do. That's why
to create
I'm
content
here
for the show,
religiously.
which now we are like way far behind on. So thank you for calling in, honey. And,
I'm
take care.
Sorry.
No, take
I
care.
love you guys.
Love you too. Bye.
Love you,
All right,
Julie.
sweetie. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Love you, Julie.
It's heavy. It's heavy, and it weighs on all of us on a day-to-day. It's not going to get any better. I could pinpoint 6 months ago, do a needle drop in one of our shows 6 months ago and go, this shit's going to get worse before it gets better, people. You better fucking strap in, and like literally put your seat fucking belts on, because it's going to get a lot worse before it gets fucking any better.
I mean, this is just a ripple effect. Like, the people who work for businesses that had anything to do with Epstein or anything to do with any of his business partners or just partners or financial partners or whatever, they probably didn't know what the fuck was going on, y'all. All of these innocent people just showing up, clocking in, doing their job, clocking out, going the fuck home.
I remember a specific video, it still haunts me to this day, of a dude explaining about how his friend committed suicide because his buddy got in fucking business with fucking Trump and building one of his casinos or one of his New York buildings.
I remember that.
And he fucking bankrupted his company. And so he sold all the equipment, sold the building, paid all of his employees off, and then offed himself because he was like, I can't handle it anymore. That's how badly Trump fucked his company. And he's done it to thousands of people for decades.
Trump did that.
For decades.
Fucked the American fucking worker repeatedly.
For decades.
Over his entire life. He has fucking taken from John Q. Public and lived fucking high on the hog with it.
That's right.
Living on blood money, let's just call it.
I'll tell you how that.
Well,
I'll tell you how that shorts.
I'm sorry. Now we have a video of fucking Trump's granddaughter going and spending $233 at the fucking most expensive restaurant or grocery store in America and going, oh my God, none of it was edible. Oh my God, it's all garbage. $233.
With her Secret Service
With her Secret Service detail fucking holding the camera.
This is what the peasants have to eat? Ugh.
$20 smoothies and $18 strawberries. $18 strawberries or $13. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. It's a free single strawberry that's what's money. Anyway, I don't understand it. At all.
They're so out of touch. That's the thing with billionaires. That's why they fucking go to these extremes because, and by the way, I had this fucking thought. We're talking the 80s. We're talking the 90s. We're talking the AIDS epidemic. They wanted these little girls because they were afraid to date real women and get AIDS and fucking die. And that's why they started going after little girls so huge. It was like a massive increase in the fucking 80s during the AIDS epidemic to get, quote unquote, I don't know, it's terrible, fresh new meat.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pink shrimp. This is all the fucking words that they're saying. We want pizza and grape soda. We want ice cream. But I don't want chocolate ice cream. I want vanilla ice cream. These are the code words that are in the fucking Epstein files. Look it up yourself. If I've been digging in it, you can dig in it too. So, enough of this patty cake bullshit from the goddamn Democrats. I've had a goddamn enough of these motherfuckers. Every single one of them takes AIPAC money out. I don't give a fuck. You're out. Keem Jeffries, get fucked. He can't even defend himself.
Get
fucked.
Yep.
Schumer too.
And then I have so many more things that I have to play. I mean, I don't even know. Okay, so let me choose.
Don't upset Donald. Bow down to Donald. Suck his dick, Keir. Suck his little orange dick. Fondle his balls, Keir. Go on. Fondle his balls.
This is one This is one I was not really expecting when this guy said this at first. I was expecting something totally different to come out of his fucking mouth, but
I like pleasant surprises.
This soldier,
that's what it is.
This soldier said this, and you're gonna tell me we don't have a fucking white man problem in this fucking country? You're gonna tell me all those 300,000 fucking dots weren't a fucking problem?
I'm gonna be honest. I can't go to Iran. I can't deploy to Iran, and it's not because I don't want to. I want to serve my country. It's just that I will be an OPSEC liability in any country filled with pretty caramel-colored women. She's going to be like, "What's an op board?" And I'm going to be like, "It's hard to explain. It'd be easier if I just grab one and show you."
Does anybody know how to report Joe? Is there a way to do that? I'm not familiar with the military. The last two people to serve in my family were both of my grandfathers. Is there a way to report him? Because this is a problem with U.S. servicemen. In 1944, the U.S. was working to liberate France, and it is estimated that roughly 4,500 rapes happened in France, U.S. soldiers raping the women of France. In 2006, there were 5 soldiers, U.S. soldiers, who were charged in connection with the rape and murder of a 14-year-old girl and the murder of her entire family after said event. There was one individual involved, the ringleader, Stephen Dale Green, who received a life sentence for this. Joe is not a warrior or a hero. Joe is someone who will rape women in Iran given the chance.
These are the people you're going to send over? When they got a fucking mental health issue like this? This guy belongs...
They don't give a fuck what meat they throw out in front of the fucking chipper. They don't care.
This is what they've created.
Yeah.
This is
by
what
design.
Men that age are, for the most part.
This is by design. Let's take away the education.
Correct.
Let's influx all this sexual innuendo at them from a very early age, and then just, make it a fucking water hose of what you could do to a woman if you wanted to.
Well, and specifically the last decade.
Motherfuckers.
Specifically, the last decade has been focusing on alpha bro gym rats that don't have any empathy.
Yeah.
Now, why is that useful in wartime? I wonder.
Tony, what do you say?
Just saying.
Just saying, yeah.
Tony,
just fucking saying.
These guys were made. There's a big rape issue in Fort Bragg as well. Thing going on.
Well, Tony goes. These people were.
Past way.
Tony said these people were born after 9/11.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I do believe within the last couple of years, there have been some of our service members even tried in Japan, I want to say, for several assaults that happened off base. And they've had to increase security and shit like that recently. It's a problem.
Yeah, it is
a problem.
I think it's a bigger problem than that's being reported, and I feel like
yes,
we keep pointing it out here on 21st Century Suffragettes, and thank you guys for staying long. It's whatever. I mean, I can't cover enough of the shit that I want to cover during the show. It's just
not enough time.
There's not enough time, unless I did it by myself with no fucking phone calls. If I did it by myself with no phone calls, I might be able to get through what I want to get through.
Jenny, Lindsay, that's our cue. Let's jump off.
I guess.
No.
I guess bye, guys.
No.
Bye, everybody.
I'm just literally going, I don't know how to get through all of it.
Well, can I finish on good news that we haven't talked about yet? Can I finish on good news that we haven't talked about? Do you remember back whenever the yellow page came out a couple weeks ago, the twins? There were some twins that were involved. The Alexander twins, the twins and a friend that were going to parties
the
drugging
boys.
girls.
They were actually twin boys, three brothers.
There were no. It was twins and a brother. It was twins and a brother. They were all brothers. It was twins and a brother.
That's what I meant.
I don't know their ages. They all got convicted.
Yep.
Today. I don't know what the sentence is yet, but they all got convicted today. Now, here's what's going to be real interesting. Are they going to talk? Are they going to talk to cut a deal? I guess we'll find out in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I think I had that Christina talk somewhere where she talked about this. And I was like, oh, yeah. You know where else we heard about this? We heard this from Jay Megan. Jay Megan talked about these guys and was like, hey, pay attention.
Oh, yeah, and I want to tell you, I was reading, okay, this is a happy, good feeling. I want to just hold this feeling for a second. Now I'm going to ruin it. I was reading as to why kept thinking to myself, how on earth did these guys get caught? Why are they being thrown under the bus? Why are they being the sacrificial lamb? Like, why are they going down? They were raping billionaires' daughters. That's why. You can't rape billionaire daughters and get away with it.
The one girls that are safe.
Yeah. So they raped the wrong person. And that's really upsetting to me that's probably what caused there were 11 people in total. But I couldn't help but notice it was only after a billionaire daughter that this case got traction.
Right. Okay. So anyway, well, here's Maggie to, bring us home and just remind us, Maggie Reed, bringing us home and just reminding us how full of shit this fucker is. So, and then we'll end the show here and thank you guys for hanging out.
Later, taters.
Be yourself. Don't be afraid.
Donald, question over here. What the fuck is that smell?
Gas and shit.
Gas and shit? Did you poop your pants on stage?
Can you believe it?
I actually can.
I've done it a lot.
I believe that too.
A lot of work.
Ew, but probably your best work, am I right? I mean, it really smells.
You people are getting killed tonight.
We are. Phew!
What a mess.
Well, your stinky mess is burning my eyes.
And the mess was many things.
Many things?
Huge.
So it was a big one.
It was hot.
So you took a big hot shit on stage?
Quite nasty.
Totally. Well, maybe you should have Mike Johnson clean you up, give you a new diaper.
That's going to be a tough one. Right, Mike?
Right. Anywho, I'm going to get out of here. It stinks. And this speech was just what I thought it would be. Full of shit. You're going to do it again, aren't you?
Thank you to our moderators and thank you to Peter Campbell for $5 rebuilding those bases and another opportunity for grift and bribery, releasing the unredacted Trump Epstein files. Michael McAndrews, thank you for the 20. Again, he said not exactly 50 million, but it's a start.
Thank you.
SFL for $14, just sending out free hugs to everybody. And Wayne, thank you again for 20 gifted memberships. You guys are great.
Thanks, Wayne.
We love and adore you. And thank you to all our moderators.
Yes.
It's so funny. We have so many moderators. It's ridiculous. But the real
head moderators of all.
The real head moderator here
Pokemon
is Tony. So just so there's no moderator battles. And
does that make Tony Pikachu? If they're like Pokemon?
Tony's
What kind of Pokemon you want to be?
He's the head bitch in charge around here.
Charizard.
So anyway,
He's Charizard.
So thank you to Benny Loco and thank you, Lindsay, and thank you, Jetty Faye. And thank you guys to everybody in the chat and our moderators.
Cheers,
and
Tony.
everybody who gifted. And thank you, Tony. You rock.
Thanks, Tony.
I hate all of these people.
I hate all these people.
Night, everybody.
I hate all of these people.
We'll see you Thursday. We'll see you Thursday, and then we're off until next Thursday.
Yes.
So we got a week off. So anyway,
taking a break.
Yeah,
spring break.
We'll see you guys. Peace out.
Adios.
shut this motherfucker down.